For 3 years, Marcus had kept his front yard neat and beautiful. His hedges were his pride. Trimmed into perfect symmetry, green and vibrant. A natural fence that gave him both privacy and style. Neighbors often complimented them, but not everyone admired his work. Karen, the HOA president, despised them. She claimed the hedges didn't fit the uniform aesthetic of the neighborhood. Marcus had read the HOA bylaws thoroughly. Nothing in them prohibited hedges. Still, Karen kept writing him up with threats of fines. Marcus ignored the harassment, knowing he was in the right. One afternoon, while Marcus was at work, Karen took matters into her own hands. She hired landscapers, paid with HOA funds, to cut down every single hedge that lined his property. When Marcus returned home, his heart sank. His beautiful greenery was gone, reduced to stumps and debris piled on the curb. Karen stood proudly at the end of the driveway. "You're welcome," she said smugly. "Now your yard finally matches the neighborhood standard." Marcus clenched his jaw. Instead of yelling, he walked into his house in silence. The next morning, a delivery truck arrived, loaded with pallets of gray cinder blocks and bags of mortar. Neighbors watched curiously as Marcus laid the first row, then the second, then the third. Over the course of a week, sweat glistening under the summer sun, Marcus built a 6-foot-tall solid cinder block wall around the front of his property. Karen stormed over, outraged. "You can't build that. It's hideous. It ruins the entire neighborhood." "Look," Marcus wiped his brow and calmly replied, "the HOA rules don't ban walls. They only mention fences, and a cinder block wall isn't a fence." He showed her the bylaws, pages highlighted, proving his point. The neighbors laughed behind their curtains. Karen had cut down lush living hedges, only to stare at an impenetrable gray fortress instead. Where once she saw green leaves, she now faced cold concrete every time she looked out her window. Karen tried filing complaints, but the county inspector confirmed Marcus' wall was entirely legal. "Ma'am," the inspector said bluntly, "you overstepped when you destroyed his property. Be grateful he didn't press charges." Marcus, sipping lemonade on his porch behind the wall, smiled as Karen fumed. "I wanted privacy," he said loud enough for her to hear.